Everyone has AIDS. AIDS, AIDS, AIDS. AIDS, 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 AIDS. Everyone has AIDS. And so this is the end of our story. And everyone is dead from AIDS. It took from me my best friend, my only true pal, my only bright star. He died of AIDS. Well, I'm gonna march on Washington, lead the fight and charge the brigades. There's a hero inside of all of us. I'll make them see everyone has AIDS. My father, AIDS. My sister, AIDS. My uncle and my cousin and her best friend. AIDS, AIDS, AIDS. The gays and the straights and the whites and the spades. Everyone has AIDS. My grandma and my dog go blue. AIDS, AIDS, AIDS. The Pope has got it. We got quilting to do. We're gonna break down these barricades. Everyone has AIDS, 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 AIDS.
Greetings, my Drews and Drewgettes. It's been a minute. It's been a long minute. It's been too long a minute. It's been kind of a rough one as of late. I have not been able to do my usual rant and rave here on the Vidya. But here we are, per the request of a couple of people in the Gab, saying they wanted to see Big Country doing the whole AIDS thing. Especially after my posting today with, holy shit. You know, we're talking some really serious fucking shit going on here with the NottaVaxx possibly being all sorts of fucked up. We're talking, you know, I just don't know what to make of it at this point because, I mean, quite seriously, we are talking nightmare material here. I think it was Vox Day who called it Nightmare Kitty Mode, that if this turned out to be what it is turning out to be, I mean, the DotMil level of shit at this particular moment. I mean, the military, let's see if we can find that particular article. I mean, the article about the military right now is that the military, let me see, let's Google that shit real quick. Per usual, we are military issue since the vax. Now, numbers were based on faulty data, so they are definitely trying to back everything up like you read about at this point. A couple of whistleblowers came out and sat back and said that, hey, there's no problem. Let me see, whistleblower. Yeah, so that's the latest and greatest. Military data from 2021 showed military, you know, false. This from PolitiFact. Okay, who are you going to believe? You, your lying eyes, or these fucking scumbags? I'll tell you what, anyone who knows anyone working for PolitiFact, punch them in the fucking face. And if you know where they live, burn their houses down. And yeah, that's a direct call to violence. Fuck these motherfuckers. 300 cancer diagnosed, 1,000 neurological issues. I mean, it's insane. This is utter bullshit. I can no longer stand by and not, and this isn't a Fed post because this has got nothing to do with the Feds. This has got to do with the military, and it is a closed circuit. And that's the biggest thing here. It's a closed circuit. There is no getting around this. This is purely, God damn it. All right. Okay, let's go here. Okay, yeah, the window capture is not working very well. And I am trying like a motherfucker to get myself back in here. It's been so long since I've done this. And I do ask your patience, forgiveness. The very fact that I have been so out of it on this. Let's see here. Shrink myself down. Let's see if I can shrink myself down. Okay, there's the shrink down. Woo, there we go. Okay, and the Windows capture. Let's go back in here, and awesome, it doesn't want to fucking capture. Let's try again. My apologies, guys. It's been a while. Like I said, it's been too long. I'm like kind of losing my... There we go. Look at that. Yeah. So, PolitiFact. They come right out and they say it. They say flat the fuck out the fact that You know, I mean, it just comes. Oh, God damn it! There we go. They come right out and say that it's bullshit. So yeah, PolitiFact, hang them by their fucking balls, because you just don't get any shittier than that. Now, one of the locations that I know that I can find the information on, because he did a great job on it, is Peter over at BioRenaissance Man. Great dude here. As you've all probably already been there before, and you've probably already read it. But the entire premise being that the military, you know, it's a closed environment. We used to get tested all the damn time for various versions of STDs. I mean, if you had a barracks floor that went around, at one point we had a full-on formation. Here we go, right here. Military seems to be deliberately hiding the damage done by COVID-19. Now, to any one of you guys or gals who have ever been in the military, around the military, or are familiar with the military, you know that it is a closed environment. And as I was rambling on about earlier, there are many instances where we had women of ill repute, so to speak, show up in the barracks, and they'd spend a couple of days, weeks, they'd be passed around. I mean, it was sort of like passing around party favors. Inevitably, and over a period of time, there would suddenly be a formation where Top would come out, the first sergeant would bring the company to attention, and come out and do something along the lines of, "Hey, you dirty bastards, you all had this female in the barracks. You had a barracks whore in there. There was a bed bunny bouncing from bed to bed. She has been identified as a carrier of multiple STDs. Anyone and everyone who had contact with said female, raise your hand and or step forward one step." And all of a sudden, geez. Now, I can at least say, yeah, I was a whore in the Army, but I wasn't that much of a whore. And let me tell you, when you had a fucking broad going room to room, night to night, shacking up with each dude, you generally kind of, I did not want to be Eskimo brothers with all of my bros in the unit. I mean, we were tight, but I was not looking to be that tight. Dig me? So those who were Eskimo brothers with each other would come out to be stepped up and rotted off the range, i.e., having to get the herpagonosyphilades test by having a goddamn stick up their dick hole to find out if they were carrying the latest and greatest from whatever Sally Rottencrotch was carrying. So it is a closed environment. It is well monitored, well kept track of, and everyone knows it. I mean, especially in uniform. Now, as it says here, the astonishing, figures come to light. Now, this was from a individual set of whistleblowers, and I'm going to blow this up a bit right here, and it's utterly fucking horrifying. I'm not going to read all of them, but I mean right here, 279 spike in miscarriages. That's enough to fucking horrify me. That means women between the ages of 19 and 40 who got pregnant being active duty military and or dependents, or dependas, depending on Dependosaurus. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Just saying. Had a spike in miscarriages. 500% spike in breast cancer, nervous system issues, birth defects, cancer. I'm seeing a lot of shit here, especially on the cancer side. I'm hearing a lot of things. I published something earlier regarding, my last post, something along the lines of the VAIDS, vaccine autoimmune deficit syndrome, VAIDS, essentially. Essentially, you're getting the clot shot or the NottaVaxx or whatever you want to call it, and you're coming up with fucking AIDS. You're getting sick like AIDS. You're dying of AIDS. Now, mind you, these spikes here are all right here, as it says, roughly since 2020. So this is a spike from 2020 to 2021. It is now 2022. Now, if this is a spike in the healthiest group of kids we have, which in itself is utterly fucking terrifying. We are talking an age group, say the 17-year-olds who get signed into the military, all the way up to your average, troop. I mean, fuck. I medically retired and I got forcibly medically retired. I was 1999, 69. So I was 30. I was 30 when I got out. And I was still in the prime of my life, but I was fucked. I mean, I'm still fucked. I mean, any of you guys going to argue whether or not I'm fucked? I know I'm fucked. You know I'm fucked. But mental versus physical is totally different. I mean, this shit here is off the fucking charts. We never had this shit. And then going along with just other things in there, and I'm just going to keep this kind of short and sweet tonight. The other thing that was really, really spooking me out about this is the fact that I don't know if this is intentional. I don't know if this is stupidity. I don't fucking know. I know when I was in when I was stationed in Germany, I came down with myoplasty and pneumonia, something weird, and something or other. Really, really bad pneumonia. I got sick as fuck. They quarantined my ass. They taped my fucking door off. Brought to you by Bud Light, King of Beers. But no, I mean, when I had this pneumonia, they fucking quarantined my ass in my room. We shared a bathroom. My room dog and me shared a bathroom with two other dudes. The bathroom was in the middle. It was like we had the matching door, sort of like a hotel, where our room's here and their room's there. And what they did was, for that, they taped off my fucking door, moved my roommate out, put him in a fucking different room, a temporary room, for 2 or 3 weeks. And for the 2 or 3 weeks, they delivered my chow to the bathroom. And the way they let me know chow was there was knock on the door, open, and then they leave. And that way, exposure was to a minimum. So yeah, closed environment. And the military is really good about tracking this kind of shit. So for the initial thing for them to come out and say, "Hey, everybody, guess what? Everybody's fucking dying of miscarriages, breast cancer, birth defects, infertility, cancer, hypertension." It just goes on and on. Pulmonary embolism, 468%. I had a couple of y'all who joined in the commentary, so to speak. Y'all popped in and gave me some really good intel telling about your kids, your nephews, your nieces, whatever, family members who are in basic AIT, where Fort Lee being in particularly mentioned that, 60% of the basic training fucking course, class, whatever, came in, got their initial shot, and half of them went down to the hospital. The hospital's flooded. This is not fucking good. And if this is a microcosm of American society, and this is a trackable microcosm, the very fact that we're not hearing about it, the very fact that we got some other weird shit going on, and that, Jesus Christ, I can't breathe. Forgive me, I have to do a little bit. Yes, it is only nasal spray, but I need it to clear my sinuses. I've had some really bad allergies, guys. I wish it was, the Peruvian marching powder, but I am limited by what I have available. Otherwise, I'm going to die of sinus overload. But what I'm saying is that in this particular instance, if this is happening to our best, brightest, and most healthy kids, because also, don't forget, these days, most people in our current generations can't get in the Army because they're fat, disgusting, lazy pieces of shit, fat body scum that couldn't fucking lift a goddamn bag of Doritos if their life depended on it. So what few are making it actually through and into active duty, and then getting there, getting the clot shot, getting the second clot shot, and then either dying, having cancer, whatever. Yeah. Is it intentional? Is it not? We're not sure. The other thing I'm worried about, and I'll go into on a later rant, is the entire thing, the Ukrainian thing. Right now, apparently, our boy, fucking Tater Joe, the glorious and harmonious peace and Peace be upon him. Peace and profit be upon him, plus 10%. Orifice of the P resident. The Dementor-in-Chief, Emperor Poopy Pants the First, Chief Executive of the Kid Smeller Pursuviant, good old Slow Zyden, and his coterie of fucktards, retards, scumbag, fuckwits, and morons. And I hope you're watching this because you all need to die hideously in a fire, sunken into liquid metal like the Terminator in the end of Terminator 2. You fuck stains. Yeah, fuck you. Let's go, Brandon. Fuck you, fuck Biden, fuck you all. Fuck off, fuck off, fuck off, and fuck off. I can't say it enough. Fuck off. I mean, Jesus, fuck. You pieces of shit are going to launch a goddamn nuclear war. You're sitting back talking about fucking Putin invading on Wednesday. Hey, fuck you people. You know what? I'll tell you what. If we survive this shit, if we do, we are going to hunt you all down. We are going to hang you all. We're going to hang every member of your family. We're going to erase everything. I will personally, even through the nuclear wreckage, go up and find Joe Biden's dead son Bo's grave, who he constantly brags on, and I will blow that gravestone up, defile that grave, dig the bones up, burn them, and shit all over them if a nuclear war breaks out. I promise you that if and when and if ever we survive the thermonuclear exchange with the fucking Ivans, because not so confident. I'm only fucking 15 miles away from MacDill as the crow flies across the bay. They nuke MacDill, which, yeah, they will. There's no fucking question. Only a retard wouldn't hit CENTCOM and SOCOM fucking headquarters, which means I'm fucking beans on fucking toast. Oh, Christ. It's enough to give an old fucking airborne troop a fucking goddamn case of the ass. And yeah, this is my original hat. And as you can see, I got my original wings, both his and hers. And the black thing is my EIB, because when I earned my EIB, we were in the field, so I got a tactical black one. And if you'll notice the holes in it, the hat was in my house. Those are shrapnel holes from when my house got nuked by a mortar shell in 2006. So yeah, it's still alive. I'm still alive. I take these as a positive. Other than that, guys, I am going to cash out for the evening, if you will. Things are good. Things are weird. Stay weird. Watch your six. Have a great night. And as I always say, be the gray man, watch your six, and stay weird. Big country out.